You know, I often find myself at a loss to explain to people why it is I like director Zack Snyder so much, considering he's only made one truly great movie, though granted it was one hell of a movie. The best explanation I can offer is that as a critic, I'm always trying to see the filmmaker behind the movie, not just what's ended up on screen, but how it got there, why it got there, and what the thousands of choices making up every frame say about the guy who put them there. And when I look at Snyder's work thus far, I get a very clear and positive reading. This guy gets it. Thus far, the only thing that's somewhat held me back from full-on declaring the guy one of the best of his generation in sensibility is the fact that he's worked exclusively in the realm of adaptation. Not that adaptation isn't difficult. I'd call Watchmen a blueprint for turning impossible material into film, and it couldn't have been easy to hammer a functioning movie out of 80-something pages of swaggering, quasi-fascist Frank Miller drivel. Still, when a guy seems to have this much visual imagination, you want to see what he'll do with an original story. And so, Sucker Punch. Without a doubt, it's the best example of game-changing cinematic artistry hiding inside what's ostensibly reference-packed nerdbait since Scott Pilgrim. Sucker Punch is an X-chromosome affair, blood in, blood out. While it's easy to look at the superficial mashup of skimpy costumes and iconic action scenes and dismiss the film as blatant pandering to the fantasies of male geeks, that reading doesn't hold up on inspection. The film's fleshed-out, fully realized characters are all women. It's the men, for a change, relegated to symbolic, mostly evil roles on the sidelines. And this refreshing perspective informs everything else around it. The Akihabara-ready costumes end up playing more like fodder for an elaborate game of dress-up than they do teasing fetishism. This is a movie that invites the so-called male gaze, and then spits in its face. It's not porn, it's burlesque. It works just as well as a straight-up action film as it does as an intelligent and moving, if utterly deranged, melodrama. This will be a divisive, love-it-or-hate-it, polarizing film, but put me down firmly for Team Hell Yes. Do not miss this movie. See you next time.
Who are you kidding? We're not fooled by this. We women? We're not that stupid. And in case there was any question, there's nothing even remotely empowering to women about this film. Infantilizing women with pigtails and miniskirts and cutesy little names like Sweet Pea and Baby Doll, that's not empowerment, even if they are armed to the teeth. Snyder is nothing but a parasite trying to leech off the gains of feminism to satisfy his own personal pornographic adolescent boy fantasies, which just serves as another example of the male-driven backlash against women. Sucker Punch is nothing more than a steaming pile of maggot-filled, festering, misogynist crap trying to masquerade as female empowerment. You need to get over the simplistic notion that sexy chicks doing dude stuff is somehow empowering. Taking scantily clad, sexploitation-style women and squeezing them into the mold of the male action hero does not make a strong female character. That is simply the men who run Hollywood trying to redefine what a strong female character is and repackage it in a way that's pleasing for male adolescent viewers. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up.